Hello HUD House Hunters, it's Donnie Coram with Colorado Springs ForeclosureDeals.com. Today we're standing in front of 2133 Falkirk Drive. Now before we go inside guys, I want to give you a brief tutorial on the FHA 203K program, which is a program that allows you to buy a house like this one you're about to see that needs a little bit of work, more than our normal, and actually finance in the repairs. So the repairs you're going to see here are going to require a decent amount of money, but this property on Falkirk with 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, just about 1,600 square feet, and built in 2004, the original owner paid almost $200,000 for this thing. HUD has this property slashed down to only $141,000, and even after adding the work that it needs and rolling into the loan, you're still picking up a property with a ton of equity. And keep in mind, the true equity opportunities lie with doing things that most people are not willing or able to do. Well, through me and the FHA 203K program, you're going to be able to do it. Now we just need to see if you're willing. With that, let's take a look at the Falkirk property. Come on in. So as we enter the Falkirk property, you're going to notice, guys, that the primary problem with this property was there was a plumbing leak of some kind. Now what we don't know about is exactly where it was. So what HUD did is they went in and they knocked out a lot of drywall to try to determine the location of the plumbing problem. And that's where the opportunity of this property really lies. As we look around here, you walk into an actually really big living space area, but towards the bottom you'll see that they had knocked out the drywall. The reason they pulled the drywall from these lower panels is as water sits, drywall, which is porous, sucks it up, right? So it would have gotten mold and other problems with it had they let it sit. So rather than let it sit, they went ahead and cut the drywall off the baseboard area where a lot of the water must have been settling. You'll see that this is the lower bathroom. It's a half bath. It is missing the toilet. And then we continue into the dining room area. And in the dining room, and one of the things I like about this house in general, the really tall ceilings in all of the rooms. So it has a second story on it, but you really can't tell because all the ceilings are so high, which is a really nice feature. And then we walk into the kitchen. It looks like the kitchen took the brunt of the water damage, which is typical because most of the piping leads right into the kitchen. So up here you can see that something up here broke. And obviously the water isn't currently on, but in general, HUD takes time to fix up and patch these areas. So when we get this, in most cases, the plumbing problem is fixed. We just now have to go back and fix the drywall. Again, guys, I know it doesn't show all that well, but the expense here is a couple grand worth of drywall and then basically recreating your kitchen to your specs. When I remodel a kitchen, I tell my investors that it costs on average $5,000 to turn a kitchen around from nothing to completely beautiful. And what that $5,000 entails is brand new cabinets. So we would put new cabinetry in here. We might find something that matches those, and more than likely we're just going to let those go and replace those as well. And then, of course, you got your countertops, right? We're going to add those. The stove is still sitting here, but that $5,000 is going to encompass new appliances. And you put those in, and then of course your flooring, and I like to do a nice tile backsplash. So all of that can be done, including labor, for about $5,000 if you're talking to the right people, and my contractors and my contacts will be able to get it done within that range. So again, it doesn't show that well, it doesn't look all that livable, but through the FHA 203K program, you can finance in the repairs, still getting a great deal on this property without any additional cost out of pocket for you to get this thing remodeled to your spec now. You get to pick the cabinets, the countertops, the appliances, everything. So that's the kitchen area. Needs flooring, needs drywall work, needs a new ceiling, but when this is done, this is going to look beautiful, and perhaps more important, you're going to be picking up a ton of equity just for being able to take the steps that a lot of people aren't willing to take. So we're upstairs at 2133 Falkirk. Now, as we walk in, we're actually going to check out the master bedroom first. And remember that this was a water leak situation, so the majority of the damage is downstairs. What you'll notice with that is upstairs really isn't so bad. We're standing in the master bedroom, and the master features some really nice fixtures. It's a beautiful fan we have up here. You've got some obvious water damage to the carpeting, so this is probably, again, in the area where this started. We'll never know for certain exactly where it began, but we do know that you're probably going to have to maybe swap out some of the carpeting on the upper level. As we head back over here, you find the rest of the master bath featuring dual vanity sinks here, which is nice. You've got a nice toilet set up back here, and then of course you've got your tile surround This is actually the faux tile plastics around here. All up top, some nice looking hardwood floors. So again, we don't know if they've isolated the leak, guys, but we're really talking about drywall patching. For those of you with a construction background, you know that drywall is really not that difficult. And although I know you don't want to learn how to do drywall, this is a matter of making the right phone call to the right contractor to get this fixed. And courtesy of the FHA 203K program, which I will walk you through, you can get them to finance the repairs on your behalf. So it won't be something you'll be out of pocket for. This is one of the secondary bedrooms. Again, decent sized, good sized tall ceilings, actually painted a nice neutral color. And guys, up here you really don't have any idea as to what's going on downstairs. It doesn't feel like this has been part of a flood. So I really want you to appreciate that though there are rooms that need work, the kitchen being the worst of it, the whole house doesn't need work, just those rooms. And with the 203K program, you can work on the house without living in the house. So you can get the work started and start working on things. This is under 30 days worth of work. So that first month, you just be focused on taking care of the issues on the property so you can get it into move-in ready condition. To this one, they added a two-tone paint job and a chair railing, which goes all the way throughout. And again, no sensation of any sort of damage in this place. You can't tell anything in this bedroom. They'll let you know what's going on. So. And like the master bath, it has a nice hardwood style floor, the same 4-inch tile surround, just a single vanity over here. And, you know, not a lot of stuff to do, just the real basics up here. And again, no sensation of the flood damage that took place downstairs. This property also features a detached 2-car garage and a nice courtyard out back. So we're going to take a look at that and get you underway. So we're out back at 2133 Falkirk. Now guys, I didn't give you a real location here. Falkirk's located basically off of Circle and Monterey area in a very new development. Again, this was built in 2004. So real easy access to Circle and I-25 just south of us and just north of the Broadmoor area of Colorado Springs. So you're kind of south by southwest. Again, with the I-25 proximity, no problem getting to Fort Carson or just hitting the highway or going wherever you do need to go in town. We're out back, and as you can see here, you've got a courtyard area, which is finished mostly in flagstone over here. Very low maintenance yard, and then you walk in from your detached 2-car garage, which is huge, tons of storage space there to fit your cars and your toys, and just in general nice to have a garage at this price range on something this new. So let's go ahead and recap the Falkirk property and we'll get you rolling. 2133 Falkirk Drive features 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, just under 1,600 square feet of living space. But what's exciting about this deal, guys, is the original owner paid almost $200,000 for this property in 2005 when this was first purchased. Today, HUD has this thing slashed down to $140,000, but that's because of the amount of work that's going to go into the drywall. Never fear, however, through the FHA 203K program, rehabilitation loan as they call it, you'll be able to finance in the repairs, and I firmly believe you can get this thing in tip-top shape for 10 grand or even a little less, okay? So you're looking at financing a total of $150, building it exactly the way you want it when you move in, and still picking up $40,000 to $50,000 worth of instant equity as compared to the original purchaser on this property. That's a good deal, guys. You take advantage of the programs that are out there to get a good deal and then build it to exactly your suit. With that, guys, this is Donnie Corum with Colorado Springs ForeclosureDeals.com. We are the #1 resource in Colorado Springs for the best deals and foreclosures in and around the area. We thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to check out this property, give me a call. Number is 719-649-2500. And don't forget to register online at www.coloradospringsforeclosuredeals.com, where you'll get instant property updates right as they hit the market. When I find out about it, you find out about it, and that's how we get to the best deals first. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Donnie Corum. We'll catch you on the next one.